Welcome to another episode of She Sound Off Podcast, and YouTube channel. I'm your host, Keita, and I am super excited because I'm joined by a very, very special person. She is very close to me, my heart. She's very supportive of She Sound Off Podcast and YouTube channel. She is the second, you were the first co-host on the podcast,
yes,
and she's the first co-host on the YouTube channel, and so I'm very grateful that you came to join us, Obi. Introduce yourself, babe, so they can know who you are.
Yes, my name is Obi, and my background is in healthcare. I'm a nurse, and I'm a big advocate of mental health and mental health amongst Black women, and so many things that we need to talk about and normalize and start bringing to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited about this, and it's so fitting that today is International Women's Day. Yes.
International Women's Day, and
yes,
we are also celebrating International Women's Month because March is the month for us women. It belongs to us for this whole month, not just for the month, celebration
Absolutely.
Of this month. We are loving. We are supporting.
Yes.
We are uplifting. We are cherishing.
Come on.
We are everything in the name of love.
All the adjectives.
When it comes down to women,
yes,
for this whole month, I challenge everybody to go up to a woman, whether it's at your job, whether it's at your church, whether it's somebody that you know, a family or friend, and say one or two uplifting, positive things to them.
Yes,
because I'm always supporting a woman, one woman to the next.
In my spirit.
But and also the month of March, we want to recognize endometriosis month.
Absolutely.
As we are supporters of that too. Actually, I'm wearing yellow in support of endometriosis. We want to bring awareness to it because it is something that's, I don't want to say a plague, but it's plaguing a lot of us women out here because it's an issue.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't really know about it. So you're a nurse.
Yes.
Can you give like a brief kind of informational section on?
Absolutely. Endometriosis is like, and a lot of women I feel like are taught to kind of like being silent about their pain. A quick overview about endometriosis is just the lining.
Twister.
Okay, say that 5 times. It's the lining that is supposed to be growing in the uterus is growing outside of the uterus. So when the lining is growing in the uterus and is shedding, that's where you get your menstrual cycle. When it grows outside of the uterus, and it's shedding, there's nowhere for it to go.
Oh, wow.
So yes, that's where it really causes all that serious pain a lot of women experience during their cycle. Extreme heavy flow, heavy bleeds, and sometimes they get bleeding in between their periods for endometriosis. And the biggest part of it that really gets to people, because of the shedding, it has nowhere to go, it starts to scar up. And it can scar up amongst your fallopian tubes, it can scar up around your uterus, causing for some women to not be able to have children. And I mean, that is very like just life shattering. There's things happening to you that you have no control about. So if you are experiencing pain during your period that is just so unbearable to even move or walk, having pain during sex, having pain when you're even trying to poop, talk to a doctor right away so we can stay ahead of it. Yes.
And if you know someone who's experiencing it, talk to them or understanding of what it is, because again, I've heard of it, but I wasn't aware of the effects of it.
Absolutely.
So definitely want to bring awareness to that.
Yes.
And I also want to shout out a lovely woman by the name of Fatu. She is an advocate on bringing awareness to endometriosis.
Yes.
She is also having an event on March 28th. I will have the link in the bio, her link in the bio, so that you can get the information on the event, and also her flyer right here. Check her out. Check out her Instagram, and make sure if you can come and support. We definitely, I mean, it's Women Internationals Month.
Yes.
So let's celebrate and let's support our women.
Awesome. Come ready to give and support.
Yes.
And know that the energy that has been given will be definitely brought back to you.
Yes.
And a quick sidebar, just because if you do have endometriosis or you know someone who is, it doesn't mean it's a life sentence or you just will never have children. See a doctor right away, get treatments right away, and get into therapy, hormone therapy, and just start as International Women's Day, International Women's Month, start loving on yourself and starting with you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You said it perfectly. So let's get into it. before I get started, I would like for everybody who's watching this channel to please subscribe, hit your notification bell so that when I have more videos, they will show up. Right now, I'm just in the starting phases, y'all. So I will have more content, more videos coming up. And I also urge you to listen to my past episodes on my podcast channel, which can be listened to on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and many more. So please, please, please check that out. So we are going to sound off today.
Yes.
We're going to sound off on Know Your Worth. Know Your Worth. And it's fitting because a lot of us women have issues with knowing our worth. And it's crazy because you can have the most confident person, the most, the prettiest, dressed the best, on the outside.
Yes.
She feels good because she has all eyes on her. She's getting the likes on the social media pages, but she don't know her worth.
Okay.
She think that is the makeup of her. If I dress pretty, if I have followers, if I have the best makeup, if I have the best hair, if I have the most expensive purse or the red bottoms, that kind of defines me.
Ooh. And
a person can say, hey, you know, she's this, she's that, when at the end of the day, when you look deep down in yourself, you really don't know your worth. And I can relate to that. So yes. I want to sound out to know your worth. And I want to kind of get into why it's important for us women to know our worth, our real worth, not just the outside. When you take a look inside of yourself and you're able to pull out the best you that you have,
absolutely,
the best you that's possible, then I feel like you can start getting into knowing your worth,
right,
knowing your value, knowing what you bring to relationships, knowing what you bring to jobs, to absolutely, your entrepreneur, your own businesses, knowing what you bring to society, your communities. Once you're able to pull that inside part out,
absolutely,
then I think that's when you can start really knowing your worth. As people that is always defined by certain things, right, by materialistic things, it's kind of hard to find that balance. And somewhere along the line, as what happened with me a long time ago when I was in a abusive relationship, I lost that. I lost my worth, and I did talk about that in my previous podcast episodes. And I forgot who I was. I forgot my value. During that time, I was just so busy trying to satisfy somebody else, wow, and the needs of somebody else, wow, that I kind of lost who I was. I lost what my worth was.
Okay.
I remember when I was in my 20s and I was on fire, I felt like I could take on the world. Like I literally thought in my head, I told myself that, physically told myself that I could take on the world.
Yes.
And when I met this person, I stopped caring about myself. I stopped loving on myself.
Oh no.
I stopped giving a damn about what made me happy.
Ooh. My
passion, what drives me, because I was so in tune with them. And then as time progressed, I lost touch. And all of my passion, all of my goals, all of my dreams, I stopped trying to pursue them. I just stopped. I completely gave it up. The abuse, it was some physical, but most of it was mostly mental.
Oh yes.
That's when you really can dig inside of somebody.
The scars you don't see.
Yeah. That's when you can really get inside somebody's mind.
Absolutely.
And kind of
break them from within.
Break them from within. And that's kind of what happened. And so after I went through that season of my life and I was able to break free of that situation, I had to find out who I was again, right?
Okay.
And so I didn't understand what my worth was, because now I'm older. I have 3 girls. What I brought to my kids' life, what I brought to my family, I lost that. And it wasn't until I started doing a lot of meditation, that's when I started realizing, I'm not my situation. You are not your situation.
That's right.
And so, it's crazy. You got to know your worth.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's my story. And, I just want everybody to understand and to know your worth. Know that you are not your situation. Know that you are more than your situation. Take your situation as learning tools. I went through that domestic violence situation and it taught me so much. And I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still learning what my worth is. I feel like we only live up to half of our potential most of the time.
Ooh, that's a power-packed statement. True. No, truly.
I don't know who I heard that from. Maybe, I don't know, somebody.
Okay, heard it here. That's the first time
you heard it on She Sound. Well, there you go.
Hearing the first time from Kay to girl. Yes. That it's very important to many things that she talked about. The first relationship we'll get into, a negative comment holds more weight, has 10 times more impact than a positive one.
That's crazy.
So if you are in any situation like me, I grew up in a household where negativity, I was being told you would never amount to anything, you would never make it, or you're going to fail in that. And there was a certain point in my life where I truly was believing in the words of what someone else was saying about me, not realizing that hurt people hurt other people.
Hurt people.
People not realizing their worth or their power, their greatness. They're not going to help you find yours. They don't know it themselves.
That's true.
So sometimes it's what you heard growing up, what that first boyfriend told you, that then you took onto your relationship, what your mom who's hurting from somewhere, your dad who's broken from a certain point is telling you about yourself. And it's awesome that you mentioned God into it, because it's like, absolutely, when you truly understand that you come from God and he felt the absolute need to bring you to this world, to bring you here. I mean, if that's not like, right, exclamation mark, right. I was so needed that God made me here, and that, like, run with that and take that and mold that whatever gift you're given is necessary for this generation.
Oh yeah. He gave it to us for a reason.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a gift, so there you go.
And to really break a cycle of like where some of the things we've been told and recognizing our worth is when you wake up, and I'm really learning to do this, say 5 positive things about yourself.
Oh yeah.
How do you speak to your best friend? When talk to yourself that way. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, beautiful. I can do great things. And you'll be amazed of the things that we tell ourselves and how much that is fuel for our day.
Yeah. Self-talk.
Absolutely.
Positive self-talk, negative self-talk. It all plays a part in your emotion. Yeah. It all plays a part in your mindset too. I listen to that a lot of mindset control. A lot of mindset control. And if you can like channel into knowing how to have positive self-talk, then it molds your mind, your subconscious even. And after a while, you start living it, walking and talking it. And your worth will automatically appear. Like you would walk in your truth and walk in your worth.
Yes.
So that's really powerful. That self-talk. Yep.
A situation at my job, I'm the only Black woman in a predominantly white administrative place.
Okay.
Yes. And just from like my experience of being in the military and just from like working in all those type of settings and stuff, currently where I'm at, I make sure that I let them know through my actions, I like to do a good job in everything that I do. My self-worth is wrapped in the excellence that I bring. I'm not doing a good job to make you happy, to please you.
I'm sorry, can you just say that? Repeat that? What you just said? Repeat that one more time?
My self-worth is wrapped in the excellence that I bring.
I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
Come on.
I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
The excellence that I bring to friendship, the excellence that I bring to work, to my surrounding and stuff like that. I know that I want to give what I want to receive back. I want positivity, encouragement. I'm the source of that to other people, to myself, and then I spill that on. And so at my job, I'm just make sure like, okay, I try to go above and beyond and stuff like that. There's an incident where they put out the staff name. My name was not included on there. And then I just politely emailed the lady, why is my name not involved? What is the reason? That, she wants to, I didn't do it on purpose and go into all of that. And I'm like, bet. And when I saw her the next day, because I was trying to get a couple of days off, I was just like, and I'm just giving to the end of the month my notice. And she was so shocked because like a lot of the residents, a lot of people like said great things.
Right.
She's such a great nurse. She does
Oh, yeah.
this. She goes above and beyond. And she was so shocked.
Now, is this recent?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I told you when I told you I had a week from hell, like where I was.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations, girl.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be done with this job. And she was so shook. To
Shook
the point
enough
where
to
she like had to
juices.
come to my office to say, "Oh, what can we move around? Why do you want to stop working? What's going on?" And I'm just like, I don't feel that I'm being appreciated here. There's some exclusion going around, and if what I'm bringing to the table is not being appreciated, I'll remove myself from the table. She was just like, did not know what to do with that information.
Wow.
And I'm just like, I cannot come into the space and feel like, oh, I need to feel blessed that you've given me a position here. You need to feel blessed that I chose to work here.
Yep.
Because my work
Absolutely.
ethic and all that stuff, I remove and gone, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You figure yourself out and you figure out how you want to do it and take care of that. I'm gonna be out.
Absolutely.
And she was like, oh, I'm like, I'm running a business, design business. I've been working here. I haven't taken care of that. So just an information, I wanted to slide that in. Like, me not working here, it's not stopping a paycheck.
Right.
I still have a business that I'm running outside of this job. So you better watch
Miss
yourself.
Entrepreneur.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah, I'm just
This
saying,
shirt.
Couture.
Come
Shout out to
on.
Dominique. Love you, baby. 24 Pearls Couture. Y'all check her out. I'll put her link below as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, absolutely. And I remove myself from the situation. And this is how I want whoever's going to listen to this to really recognize your self-worth. How you treat yourself is the teachable way you're telling someone to treat you. And stuff like that. So if you don't recognize your worth, and if you just let somebody talk to you, treat you any type of way, that's coming from how you're talking to yourself. So on my end, Colossians 3 verse 12, it just talks about clothing yourself with gentleness, kindness, humility, compassion, and love. And it's like, one thing I love about that, it's literal, you have to clothe yourself with that so you can pour it onto other people. When you're recognizing, I am deserving of kindness, I am deserving of love, I am love, and stuff like that. That's how, when you then say that to yourself, you feel it for yourself. When you get around other people who don't treat you that way, who don't respect you, it's so easy to be like, this is not for me. I can't be around you because you like to talk to people crazy.
Remove yourself from
absolutely, absolutely. Like that. But it starts with me taking care of you and recognizing all the goodness within you and for you.
Right. That was beautiful. Thank you.
I love you.
I also want to end with this. Always, always, always know your worth. In lieu of Women's International Month, I want all of us women to embrace our faults and know your worth. If there's anything that you take from this episode, those are the two things that I want you to remember and I want you to gravitate to, is to know your worth and embrace your faults. When you can align yourself with those two things, honey, you will be powerful. Okay? I'm still in learning process.
Unreal.
Right. So we have to end it here, and so
like we would just keep going.
I swear. Last time we were at what 40 minutes or something, and I was like, "Oh, I want to keep going." It's all good, girl. Look, when you having a good time,
absolutely,
time isn't even
absolutely
recognized. So, thank you all for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share with somebody, and if something that we've said this time around, if it has touched you, if you have any questions in regards to endometriosis, feel free to hit me up on any of my social media, or you can email me. My email is in information where you can reach me is there. Feel free to reach out to me. If something that I said has touched you or something that Ms. Obi said has touched you, please leave a comment below and share it with a friend. We always, sometimes word of mouth is the best type of way to get things around. So definitely reach out to me. And I want to thank you for, staying tuned and listening.
Everyone, drink water, mind your business. 2020.
Get them edges done, baby.
Okay.
Get them edges together.
Laid and
all right. Until next time, thank you. I love you. Stay blessed and stay well, people.